Hello my friends, how you all doing? Are you already in a festive mood? I definitely am. We don't have a tree yet, but at least I put up some Christmas lights. As you might know, we spent a couple of days in Paris lately, and I'm still owing you an unboxing of what I got on this trip. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shopping bags, so I would say let's get right into it. We were in Paris in the second week of November and it already started to look a bit like Christmas with some hints of Christmas decoration here and there, but it was still a bit too early to see all the installations in their full glory. So if you are planning a Christmas trip to Paris, I would not recommend you to go earlier than the last week of November if you want to see all the installations up. But the good side about being a bit earlier than all the Christmas tourists coming to town is that Paris was quite relaxed and not that crowded, and it was also not that cold as it could get in December. No super long queues and not too many people on the streets. I really enjoyed this trip and I was obviously also very successful with shopping, so let's start with the unboxing. If you want to see more details about the trip, then make sure to watch my travel vlog. One thing that I wanted to buy in Paris already the last couple of times we went there is a Goyard bag. There was always such a long queue in front of the Goyard store at Rue Cambon that we never had enough patience to wait for so long to get in. This time we went during the week, so we went on a Thursday afternoon and we did not have to wait for long. There was just one couple in front of us. I was planning to get a shopping tote, either the classic St. Louis or the Hauteatheart bag in a neutral shade, so I was thinking of black, white or grey. This year Goyard also had very nice seasonal colors, but they're long gone. I first tried on the St. Louis tote in both sizes, the PM and the GM one, but none of them really sparked excitement in me. The bigger one looked way too oversized for me, and generally I didn't really like that the bag had absolutely no structure. It's super slouchy and does not stand on its own, just like a piece of cloth, which, let's be honest, it actually is. It's just coated canvas. I was also not the biggest fan of the interior of the bag, as it was just completely plain. No side pockets, not even any lining. So I tried on the Hauteatheart bag next, which is a bit more sturdy with some patches on the corners and a zip closure on the top. But somehow this bag also didn't speak to me. I had the feeling that it made me look a little bit old. Somehow it gave me a bit of grandma bag vibes. Sorry to say this, maybe it's just a bit too classic for me, but I don't know, somehow it was even a bit boring. So I followed my initial gut feeling, which tended towards the Anjou bag from the very first beginning, and it was love at first sight. At first glance it might not be the most practical bag, as it only comes with 2 top handles and no strap, but I knew that I would definitely wear this one more often than those large shopping bags, which would be great for traveling. But that would actually be the only occasion I would use those, as I'm usually not carrying too much stuff around with me. And as I already got a black card holder earlier this year in London, it just made sense to me to go for a matching bag. Black is anyways my favorite colorway, with those hints of white and tan. Simply beautiful. There are 2 versions available, all black and tan, but I prefer the all black colorway. If you've watched my Paris video, you already know what is inside. If not, let me finally show you that one bag that got my heart. Literally, you will understand in a few seconds when I show you the bag. Let's get it out of the bag. It is the Mini Anjou in the all black colorway with a very special little detail. As you can see, it has this beautiful golden heart print. How stunning is this bag, you guys? I just love it. I hope you can see in this light how beautiful it shines. Especially considering the name of my channel, Hauteatheart, this little detail just seemed perfect for me, and it felt like this little bag was just waiting for me to find it. I was almost about to get the normal black Mini Anjou when I spotted a card holder with a beige heart on it in the glass showcase where all my bags were displayed. I loved the color and the look of it and asked the essay if it would be possible to get the heart in that same color on my bag, which was the all black one without any print on it at that time. At first she declined right away, but when I kept being annoying and asked for it again and again, she said it is generally possible, but it takes 4 to 5 weeks. Obviously not an option, because then they would need to ship it to Austria, which they're not so happy to do. So I almost gave up, at least I tried. But then she suddenly said, you know what? I think I have something for you. And then she went back to the stock room and returned with this beauty here. And I immediately fell in love with this golden print. Even better than the beige one that I spotted on the card holder, it just makes the bag a little extra special. It's so pretty, shining in the light. I've not seen any golden print on any other bag that they had on display in the store, so I was quite surprised. I didn't even know that they have metallics. Didn't take me long to make the decision that this would be the one. Let me show you a bit closer look of the bag and some details and how it looks inside. So on the inside it is black, and this one is fully lined with leather, and it comes with a little pouch that you can basically use as a card holder, so I don't even need my card holder anymore. You can remove it, so this strap here you can open up. Here we have, what is that? A little card with some information, I guess. Okay, it's just a note on where you find the guidelines on how to take care of the bag. Let's open this up. So this is how it looks like on the inside. It's just with one pouch in the middle, but you could definitely fit a couple of cards and some cash in here. Maybe even a lipstick and a small key. And this is also, I think, the same lining that you find in the St. Louis tote. So it's just the linen material. And that's the difference on the mini Anjou, because this one is fully lined with leather. And this also makes this bag special because you basically get two bags, as you can turn this one around. Let me quickly do that. It feels so wrong to do this actually, but it is made for this. So this is how it looks like it turned inside out. If you want a more supple bag that doesn't cry too much for attention, you can just flip it around, and then you have a plain black leather bag with just a little Goyard logo on here in red. Honestly, I'm not sure if I will wear it like this because I bought it obviously for the print pattern. Theoretically, you have two bags in one. This is my very first Goyard bag and I absolutely love it. I'm so happy with this purchase, and I obviously couldn't wait to wear it and had to take it out on the next day when we were in Paris, and quickly became my new favorite bag. For me, it has a perfect size, it is super lightweight and it still fits more than enough, and it is so easy to style. I know that some of you might be interested in the prices as they are not displayed on the Goyard website, so let's talk about this. When I was trying on the bags, the prices kept increasing from the St. Louis to the Hauteatheart to the mini Anjou, while the bag kept getting smaller. Prices start at 1,350 euros for the St. Louis PM and 1,500 for the GM size. The Hauteatheart PM goes for 1,850 and the mini Anjou, this one here, is 1,950. I will include a full price table here in case you're interested. The reason for this smaller bag being more expensive than all the other models is the material. As mentioned before, this one is fully lined with leather and the other ones are just coated canvas. So you obviously have two bags in one, as already said, and this makes the price increase so much for this small bag. But for the print, they charge an extra on top, which is no less than 600 euros. Yes, you heard right. Am I crazy to go for this little extra detail? Absolutely. Do I regret this decision? Absolutely not. I think this little golden heart application just makes the bag a little extra special. The plain version of this bag you get to see quite often, but not everybody has something with an application on it. And honestly, how often do you buy a Goyard bag? For me, it was clear that I'm not opting for getting, I don't know, 5 different Goyard bags because there are not so many colorways that I like. And obviously, I'm also not a big fan of the other models, so this was really the only one that I was happy to get. I also like the Belvedere model. My boyfriend is actually eyeing it, but I'm not sure if it would be something for me. So I knew that if I get a Goyard bag at the store in Paris, I want a special one, so I didn't have to think twice to decide for the one with the little print on it. Of course, everybody can customize their bag at Goyard, but as mentioned before, it takes some time and some extra spend. Alright, that's it for my new little lovely bag. I just love it so much, I can't emphasize it enough. But let's move on to the other pieces that I got. When in Paris, you can't skip Chanel, and especially not the iconic Rue Cambon store. I did not have any appointment and just popped in, being lucky that there was no queue in front of the store. However, I still had to wait for about 40 minutes, which can get quite boring if you've walked through the store like 3 times and you've seen each and every piece. One thing I can say is that the stock was really great. They had so many handbags. The entire closet where the handbags are stored was open. I took a picture, I can insert it here for you. and they basically had every color, looked like a candy store. And then there was a second closet that was equally full as this one. So November seems to be a good time to shop there. I was not looking for anything specific. I had a look at the Deauville shopping tote in the small size in a brown shade, which I really liked on pictures, but in reality the brown was more like a grayish brown and not such a warm chocolatey brown that I was opting for. So I passed on this one and tried on a couple of shoes. They had some really nice boots, but unfortunately they were too tight for me. Maybe it's time to go on a diet again, but honestly it's Christmas, so we will postpone that to January, I'd say. I'm actually still on the hunt for the dark beige ballerinas and literally checked every boutique in Paris for them, but they didn't have them in any store in my size. The ones that I tried were half a size too big, which I cannot wear because I'm slipping out of them when walking. Such a pity because the color is so good. It's way better than the light beige, which doesn't really match my skin tone. I would just love to have them in my collection. At the Printemps store, I tried a pair in white, but this was too classic for me, and I still prefer the dark beige because it's a little bit more casual. So no luck with the ballet flats, but then I asked if by coincidence they might still have left a pair of the old metallic sneakers style. The newer version of the metallic sneakers goes a bit more into a rosy gold shade. If you've watched my London video, you might have seen them, while the old ones are more yellow gold, which I prefer as it better matches with my handbags and jewelry. And they actually had a pair left in my size, so let me show them to you. Let's remove the ribbon. I've seen people making such nice Christmas decorations with those Chanel ribbons. They just put a little Christmas ball down here and then hang it up like this. Looks super cute. And I've also been seeing those Chanel hair ribbons all over my Instagram feed lately, and honestly I think the price of those is like 500 or 600 euros. You could easily do this with such a ribbon. I mean, of course it looks a little bit different, but honestly it gives you the same vibe. Not sure if you embarrass yourself if you put this into your hair, but I think it could look cute. Let's take out the box. Are you ready, guys? Let me tell you, this is the most perfect pair of sneakers for the Christmas season. So beautiful. Let's have a look inside. Care instructions, dust bag, pair of spare laces, and then let me introduce you to the most beautiful sneakers that I probably have in my sneaker collection, which is quite big, I have to say. Wow, look at these guys. Let me take one out and show it to you in detail. This is the Chanel Dead sneaker. I'm sure you have seen them because they are from an older collection and they've been around for quite some time. So I'm super lucky that I still found this older version of it. But how pretty are those sneakers, guys? I just love them. I love the fact that they combine gold and silver. It's so easy to style, so basically they match every handbag, doesn't matter which hardware it has, and every jewelry. It's just such a nice versatile shoe. I know I'm as usual late to the party, but I just don't like jumping on trends too early and then end up not liking the pieces anymore after a short period of time when the hype is gone. So I usually take some time and wait and think about it and see if I'm still thinking about the piece a couple of months later, and if I still do think about it, then I think it's a good idea to get it. And then the likelihood that I will enjoy the piece for a longer period of time is quite high. So I waited quite long to get those metallic sneakers, and I feel like the hype is over again, but honestly I think they're super nice. They're perfect for the festive season now, and generally all year round they just make every outfit a little bit more fancy and special, but they're also casual at the same time. And let me tell you one thing, those sneakers are so comfortable. They feel like running shoes. The fun side of this story is that I just got a pair of golden metallic sneakers from New Balance right before my Paris trip as an alternative to the Chanel sneakers, because I just couldn't find them anymore, and I knew that they're from an old collection, so I knew that the likelihood that I will find them is super low, and I basically stopped looking for them, and it was really a coincidence that I just asked the essay because I didn't find any other shoes that I like. Now I have two pairs of gold metallic sneakers. And if you're looking for a little less expensive alternative, I can definitely recommend you these New Balance ones. They are super comfortable, they're super lightweight, so these ones here are definitely a lot heavier than the New Balance ones. This is actually a running shoe and I'm using them in the gym, and this will probably now also be the purpose of these. And then I have another version here that is for more fancy occasions, so to say. One can never have enough sneakers, I guess, right? The details of this shoe are just so great. There are so many small details. Here you have the big CC logo, then here you also have a small one. On the back you have the typical Chanel quilted structure, and then also here you have the CC, and on the back it also says Chanel. A lot of logos on this shoe. It is definitely a loud one, but I really like it and think it's a true statement piece. And then I got another little piece at the Chanel beauty section, and it's this nail polish here. Let me open it up. It's called Phoenix 157 and it is the golden one. This one is so hard to find as it sells out immediately. I mean, it's obviously the perfect shade for Christmas. So I'm super happy that I finally managed to get my hands on this one. I've been trying, I think, the past couple of years to get my hands on the gold one, and it's always sold out. So can't wait to try this one out. I will probably put it on my nails right after this video. On this trip, we also visit the Hermès Sèvres store for the first time. This one is a bit more modern. I'm sure you've seen pictures of those huge baskets there. I was told that this store was a public swimming pool before, and you can definitely see it in the layout of the store. And there's also a cafe there where you can enjoy a cup of coffee and the beautiful Hermès tableware. I tried on the Vegas boots, but they were unfortunately a little bit too small for me and they didn't have the right size. And then I tried on another pair of boots, which were not very comfortable, and I also didn't like the color. I tried them on in white, but I actually wanted to have them in black, which they didn't have in my size again. So I just ended up with a little something from the beauty section. So I got this eyeshadow palette here in the color Free Ombre Fauve. Let me open this up. Comes in a little orange box. Need to be careful that it doesn't fall out and break. Let's have a look at the shades. They're so beautiful. It's a mixture of a blushy pink tone, a deep purple grayish tone, some silver light gold glittery shade, and some grayish glittery shade. Simply beautiful. Quite neutral tones, but still a pop of color. I think this will be my Christmas makeup palette. And it also came with this little brush pencil here to apply it. And then I also got this nail polish here in the color 95 Brune Bistre. Not sure if I pronounced this correctly, but it's a deep shade of brown. Let me take it out. Oh wow, it's such a pretty shade. It looks like liquid chocolate. Perfect color for fall season actually. Now I can't decide which one I should try first, but as it's December, I will probably go for the Golden Chanel one. But I also really like this color. It's so pretty. The packaging of Hermès beauty products is so good. I mean, look how pretty. And in here we got some more Christmas gifts for family, but I obviously can't open this up because they are watching my videos and then they would see what they get, and I want to make it a surprise, so this one I have to keep secret. One of the reasons why we went to Paris already at the beginning of November is that we wanted to see the LV Dream exhibition, which ended at the 14th of November. Not an ideal timing, I have to say. It would have been so great if it would have been extended until the end of the year so that we could have gone in Christmas season, Christmas high season. It was featuring Louis Vuitton's artist collaborations and it was so worth a visit. It was so nice. Make sure to watch my Paris travel vlog if you're interested in seeing the footage that I got there. There was also a pop-up cafe in collaboration with Maxime Frédéric, the chef pâtissier of the Cheval Blanc Hotel. And of course we had to pop in for one of his delicious pastry creations and some very fashionable Louis Vuitton branded coffee. We got a chocolate and a vanilla pastry, and let me tell you, it was absolutely delicious. Especially the vanilla one, so good. Outside of the cafe they had a little LV Dream pop-up store where I got a Christmas present for my mom. I can only show you the box, but I cannot show you what is in once again because she's watching my videos. And I also got some souvenirs from Louis Vuitton for family and friends from the little chocolate pop-up store that they had, where they were selling some pralines and some other very nice and delicious stuff. So let me show you what I got. First of all, we have here a pâte à tartiner, which is a chocolate, hazelnut and vanilla spread. Probably delicious, I hope so. I didn't try it out, but I just thought that the packaging looked nice. It has the Louis Vuitton branding on here, so you could definitely reuse this glass I bought. So this is not for me, this will be a gift for someone. Then I got here a little chocolate bar. Let me open this up and show it to you. Comes in a little specially branded packaging with Maxime Frédéric's name on the ribbon and a little tag here. And we have here a Louis Vuitton chocolate bar. How fancy is that? Oh, I see it is broken a little bit. Oops, and now it broke completely. But never mind, it will be eaten anyways. And then I also got a box of chocolate praliné. Let me open this one up too, but it's actually not for me, but I just want to show you. We have a ganache à la vanille bleu de la Réunion. So that's something with vanilla. Oh, it says single origin Madagascar 40% milk chocolate. Then we have something with a 65% ganache, a crunchy hazelnut praline, a creamy vanilla caramel, ganache infused with tonka bean, ganache infused with lavender and chestnut honey. This sounds delicious. And single origin Vietnam 65% ganache. So lots of delicious ingredients, and wow. How pretty is that? Look at this, guys. I hope they won't fall out now if I show it to you like this. I mean, Louis Vuitton chocolate. If this is not decadent, I don't know what is, but it's just, wow, that smell. It's just a perfect gift idea. Last but not least, we also stopped by the Dior flagship store at Avenue Montaigne, and I got a Christmas gift for my boyfriend, which I will not show you yet. I mean, he already knows what's inside because he had to try it on, obviously, so that we could find the right size. But I think I will keep this one for my Christmas unboxing video. But let me tell you, it is really, really nice. And it is something that I will probably steal from time to time from him. This is this year's Christmas packaging. Unfortunately, they only gave me the shopping tote, but on the inside, it's just the dark blue men's packaging. It's a pity because I think for the women's stuff, they also have boxes with this design. I did not find anything at Dior for me, but I got another box of chocolates at the Dior café. I don't know, I'm just a sucker for chocolate, obviously. This is also in a special packaging from the Dior patisserie in the Christmas variant with white and gold. So this one is also super pretty. That is a package of 8 chocolate stars. How Christmassy is that? Risking the life of my chocolates for you here. So this is a variation of, I think it's 4 different flavors. They always look the same, the 2. Shall we try one together? It says nougatine, petit four, petit dîner and caramel. The star is obviously the lucky charm of the founder, Christian Dior, and I just love those things. I'm a sucker for everything this Christmassy, and if it comes from Dior, it's even more special, of course. I'm just trying to find out what flavor this is. Alright, which one shall we try? I'll just take this one here. So it's dark chocolate, obviously. Not sure what's inside. Maybe some poppy seed? I'm not sure, but it's delicious. They also had such pretty cakes. It's always worth to stop by there, and if it's just for looking at their beautiful cake creations. Got one more piece, which I've already shown you in a travel vlog, so if you watch this one, you also know it. It is a little cup from Café Kitsune in black. And if you've been following me for a while, you might know that I already have it in white too. I brought this one back home from another Paris trip from last year. So now I have a matching set in black and in white, one for my boyfriend and one for me. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I'm in such a festive mood already. I just love the season and I just love gift giving. It just makes me happy to make other people happy with little gifts and souvenirs from my trips. And I'm also always up to a good gift from me to me, obviously. How do you like my souvenirs from this Paris trip? If you watch my videos, you might know that I always try to shop brands in their country of origin, and I would say that this time I did pretty well. If these aren't the perfect Parisian souvenirs, I don't know what is. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and make sure to subscribe to my channel and to activate the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming ones. I'm planning on some more Christmas content to come up, and I've also one more trip booked for this year, so stay tuned for that, and I'll hopefully see you soon again on my channel. Bye!